I would absolutely love your thoughts on this.
Stop lying to yourself. We're not white. We lack melanin. So take a moment, pause the video, and really look up what melanin does for the body and how it helps us be a part of the planet. Now that you're back, tell me, we can't be out in the sun. We can't have the same relationship to the planet as those who have melanin. It's our inferiority, not supremacy, not superiority. It is our one inferiority. And then, of course, as any bully would do, when you feel inferior, you would make yourself appear superior by bullying someone to make them feel less than you, instead of finding out how you can be the best version of yourself so that you can be your own version of greatness. And that's all we have to do. There are all these systems for distribution of resources that are built based on our greed, our desire to get resources that other people have access to and we didn't. It's that simple. They're already built, and all we have to do is remove the desire for greed and control over those resources and become a sharing, humane people. The example exists in melanated folks. They don't treat us the way we treat them. They treat us better than we treat ourselves. So let's learn, let's enjoy the planet, let's stop all this foolishness, and let's support those with melanated skin so that we may learn how to be humane in our own way. Race for what?
Hello there, folks. Welcome back to the channel once again. Now, in the recent years, there has been a noticeable rise in interest around melanin, from skincare conversations to cultural appreciations and even in scientific discussions about its benefits. So many people, including white communities, are becoming more and more curious about how melanin works and what it does to the skin and the body, and why it has become such a central topic in beauty and in the wellness space. So this growing fascination raises important questions about identity, history, and societal view, on different skin tones. So at the same time, it's impossible to ignore that the darker skin has historically faced discrimination, bias, and negative stereotypes. So when we see people now embracing, what they once looked down upon, then it opens the door for deeper conversations, like why is melanin suddenly becoming appealing to the white race? Is it genuine appreciation or cultural influence, or is it a shift in the beauty standards, or such kinds of questions? So in this video, we'll explore the history, the science, and the cultural changes behind this trend. So without pointing fingers, but with the aim of understanding how perceptions evolve over time. We all know that for a while now, for a long time, the white people or the white supremacists did not like the black skin, and this resulted into more and more, black folks trying to bleach their skin so that they can fit in the white communities. So I came across a few clips online. Let's dive in. Let's have a look at these clips and then have a really quick discussion at the end of it all.
So how would you define whiteness? And what is the difference between whiteness and having less melanated skin? Or how are they connected? I'll tell you my perspective. Whiteness is a cultural thing. It is rooted in a death-based culture that thinks we are in a competition to control resources. And as long as we're in a competition and I can't be out on the planet as long, out in the sun that gives me life because I have less melanin in my skin as a human being, I become weaponized by being a white person. Let me explain. I have less melanin, therefore I'm deemed a white person. And as a white person, I don't have the same ability to be out in the sun that gives us life. So I don't care about life as much, but I do want to win. I do want to be better than these black folks. So now I've created this idea that this is a skin color and I'm not just missing something. And I'm in competition to control the resources that black folks have a much greater access to because they can be out in the sun. And now they're my competition. And now I have to use manipulation and warlike tactics and destruction, which is all death-based, to try and control people, control weaponizing white folks and demonizing black folks in order to win this race when we're the only ones truly competing like that in this world that we created. That is whiteness. Whiteness is saying that there is this major difference between us and we should be trying to win on this game of the earth, this chessboard of the earth, instead of getting along and sharing the resources and promoting life and serving one another. It's really that simple.
Black women are some of the most powerful beings on this planet. Here's why. First of all, y'all got melanin. That instantly gives you a lot of spiritual power, which means you can create your reality faster and better. Melanin is connected to the sun. The sun gives out some of the strongest and most powerful light. Light is information. Light is also consciousness. This is why I tell people to sun gaze, because sun gazing increases your consciousness. And notice how the sun also makes you darker. Now let's get to the female part. First of all, when you're pregnant, y'all literally have a whole nother life inside of you. Not to mention the first few months, every single kid is technically a female. Why is this? Because the soul itself is actually more feminine in nature. This is why when you move up higher in the realms and dimensions, you actually become more feminine. And then at the highest realm, you become both. You become everything. You are no gender. Why do y'all think black females in particular are the most oppressed? Because they know y'all got some serious power.
When I say that we are powered by the sun, I'm not talking figuratively or metaphorically. We are literally powered by the sun on a cellular level.
Yeah, I mean, this is a story about melanin. Same as like melanation in the skin. So when you live near the equator, your body, most people will think about like, let's say centralized dermatologists. They'll say the skin has more melanin because it's protecting the body from UV light. That's not the whole story whatsoever. That melanin is actually productively using that UV light. Like I mentioned, when high quality, high UV index sunlight interacts with melanin in your skin, it can split water molecules and make free energy essentially for the cells. So that's a huge reservoir of potential to tap into. If your biology, you want to leverage that energy coming from the sun. The UV light is very high energy wavelength of light. So you can leverage that to actually give your body free energy. And what we actually didn't talk about is that in addition to making the alpha, beta, and gamma endorphins, which work on the brain and mood and dopamine status, we also make alpha, beta, and gamma MSH, or melanocyte stimulating hormone, in response to UVB light in particular. So the melanocyte stimulating hormones, as the name implies, stimulate the production of melanin in the skin and also in other parts of the body as well, like the deeper parts of the brain, etc. But in addition to that, they also directly work on the hypothalamus, in particular alpha MSH, to suppress appetite and increase energy expenditure. So the hypothalamus is the like thermostat of the body and the brain. Wow, that's like a holy grail, and especially in weight loss, because if you want to lose weight and maintain healthy body composition, you want to have a lower appetite and a higher energy expenditure, right?
So please, please, please stop rubbing that cancer all over your skin so that you can block the sun. And please, for the love of God, please stop bleaching.
Hey guys, so from my last post, there was a lot going on, and I feel like a lot of people are miseducated on a lot of things because we are, more so in the West, we have this whitewash system, which is systematic against black people. It has been made that way since the very beginning. Let's not be slow. And I want to talk about melanin today. So for the most part, people know that melanin is what makes up pigmentation in people's skin, but it's also in it's a frequency, it's in light, it's in animals, it's in water, and it's in Mother Earth. We know white folk have melanin, but they lack melanin, hence why their skin is lighter. So the melanites are less, and because they are a mutation of black people, they are able to sustain and live in colder countries. Now, it makes me think, like, why? Because, you know, let's think about it from the beginning. Black people never did anything to white people. We never did anything crazy for you lot to, for your ancestors to build this whole system, a systematic racist system against black people from the beginning of time up until now. So it makes me think, there's something that black people have that white people want, and they're not going to tell you that. So they're going to build systems so that black people aren't able to do certain things that white people do, you know, white privilege and all of that. My guess is two things. Melanin. Rich white folk are buying melanin and injecting it. Rich white folk are buying melanin and drinking it. Rich billionaire white folk are buying organs off the black market, specifically from black people. This is why so many black people go missing. The numbers are crazy. Statistically, I don't know, but America, it seems to be very high. And with that being said, it makes you wonder, why would they want that? Well, for obvious reasons, white people are a mutation of black people. Number two, melanin is the most powerful antioxidant in the world. Okay? It is worth more than gold at a gram. So black people are worth more. Your skin is worth more than gold, than any element there is. That's quite astonishing. And these are the reasons why they are against us. But the top, the elites, the billionaires, they know the secret. The bottom of the pyramid, the white folk at the bottom, they'll spit all their racist views and whatever. They're none the wiser. They don't really know anything about the stuff that the rich white folk are on, okay? And another thing being is that it also stems in the pineal gland. And the pineal gland, if you can open it via meditation, decalcifying your pineal gland, because white folk actually have very calcified pineal glands, and the pineal gland is a lot more powerful than you think. I'll probably do another video on that. But you can increase the melatonin in your pineal gland by eating certain things like pineapples, oranges, tomatoes, and oats. But even like the black market with selling organs, why are black people's organs selling double the price? You have to wonder, when these rich white folk, their organs start failing, they will replace it with black organs because they can heal the body. Why you think white folk back in the day used to have black nannies and the grandmas were breastfeeding the white babies? Because our breast milk has more nutrients and minerals than other white ladies. This is facts, by the way. There's no arguing, there's no ifs or buts. White folk need to chill out. You are a mutation of Africans, black people, whatever you want to say. Learn from the knowledge that is given and that is here, because you're fighting truth. And when you fight truth, you look silly. Okay? It's what it is. And the fact that you can buy melanin online and inject it, and this is what a lot of white people are doing, is crazy. But it's them two things, melanin and the pineal and the melatonin in the pineal gland, because you know, once you fully open your pineal gland, you can do things that normal human beings can't do. And what is normal? There is no such thing as normal. But I'm not going to say too much, but I'll tell you something. The rabbit hole runs deep.
Melanin is not just a pigment, it's an antenna for God. People think melanin just determines skin tone, but actually melanin is not just skin deep, it's dimension deep. In eternal life sciences, melanin is not just a pigment, It's a biocrystalline photoreactive molecule that functions like a spiritual semiconductor. Melanin is a light absorbing and holding molecule, a frequency translator that stores information in vibrational form, and check this out, it's a dimensional access key to solar, planetary, and ancestral memory fields. Let that sink in. This is why certain bloodlines with higher melanin concentration were specifically targeted, such as the indigenous, the African, Aboriginal tribes, etc., because they literally held tribal shield memory keys needed for planetary grid healing and awakening. And these codes were purposely persecuted, and the history was changed to distort this spiritual truth. Melanin isn't random, it's quantum. It's a frequency translator that connects the body to solar codes, cosmic memory, and ancestral DNA activation. So the more melanin you carry, the more light and shadow you are capable of integrating. So in essence, the more melanin, the more cellular memory, the more power, the more you are a threat to the control systems. So melanin-rich beings are being called and chose to transmute their personal and generational distortions, traumas, and collective karma stored in their ancestral DNA and planetary morphogenetic fields. And this is why their path can sometimes feel heavier, but it also carries redemptive power for all of humanity. And this is not hierarchy, it is planetary stewardship. Melanin is a multi-dimensional access code designed to hold light, memory, and resonance with the eternal source consciousness field. And if you carry it, honor it. And if you don't, it's okay. Remember, your body is still a sacred vessel tuned to receive light in its own unique way. Because melanin is not about race, it's about resonance. It's not about superiority, it's about stewardship. And we are all encoded differently for one shared purpose: the restoration of eternal life on earth. And the truth will set us free. Those with melanin-rich keys are keepers of the dawn, holding ancient memory lines that can help bridge heaven and earth. But the mission belongs to all of us. So whether your antenna is tuned by pigment or by presence, we all carry a piece of the divine circuit. And only together we remember and restore the original harmony of Creator's divine melody through the eternal sacred law of one. Red and yellow, black and white, all are precious in God's sight. Resurrect, bet the dead aren't really dead.
Tanning drops that are drinkable in the flavor watermelon. You can add them to your favorite drink, which is what I'm about to do, or you can add them to a moisture.
No, you're not tripping. And yes, that's insane. Watermelon flavored melanin drops. They're gonna say tan, but we know it's melanated drops. So while some countries are trying to get rid of their beautiful dark skin and bleach, you have white people trying to get darker and trying to be melanated because they know the importance of that chemical compound that is naturally found in the natural beings of this planet. But y'all go off though. Stay safe.
Oh, white trolls, you don't like me talking about melanin? Here you go. Let's do it again. Video number 3. Let's roll it, and I'll be back at the end.
But understand, Africans, especially those carrying ancient bloodlines from regions like Egypt, Ethiopia, and beyond, they carry some of the oldest, most uncorrupted source DNA on the planet. They also have a profound spiritual technology encoded within their bodies. Their melanin Their frequency fields are extremely strong and resilient to manipulation. The melanin, for example, it's not just pigmentation, it's a complex antenna for higher frequencies and interdimensional communication. It binds light and sound frequencies to matter better than almost anything else in human biology. The dark, the people that serve the darkness, they target Africans so heavily because their DNA has the highest regenerative and cosmic memory potential. If fully activated, they would overthrow the parasitic systems almost effortlessly. And so they're often natural harmonizers of the planetary grid, especially the sacred nodes and the ley lines. Thus, slavery, medical experiments, engineered wars, poisons, these were not accidents. They were precision operations to destroy a lineage that could awaken the planet before the dark realized their goals.
Melanin is the fabric of the universe. Carbon. Atoms are made from carbon. Protons, neutrons, electrons. Melanin is that carbon fabric that exists in every single dimensional realm of existence, quantum, subatomic, atomic. Melanin, your brain can't work without it. Your eyes can't work without melanin. Whether your eye color is blue, green, brown, whatever your eye color is, that black outlining of the retina of your eye is responsible for your ability to even see. You have inner ear melanin. Melanin converts light photons into energy, and melanin also converts frequency into intelligible sound. Meaning, when frequency hits your ear, the spectrum of what your ear could pick up, you have a deep inner ear melanin that plays a role in converting that frequency into a categorical sound that you can define. That melanin is a semiconductor. It's a converter of frequency and light. So it's not just pigmentation. Pigmentation is only one of the attributes of melanin. Everything with the spine has neuromelanin. Every human being, black, white, or in between, has neuromelanin. You have an inner melanin network. All of your internal organs are melanated. Melanin is a part of that electrical current emulsifying agent that makes the body come alive. It's what brings you online. It comes from the pineal gland. You have different types of melanin. You have eumelanin that black people have. Black and brown people have something called eumelanin, EU melanin. White people have something called pheomelanin. Melanin is the God molecule. Melanin is what makes everything work within your body. The only reason why you're able to have balance, your central nervous system and your equilibrium, they work in concert together. Well, your equilibrium is based on your eye and ear coordination. And the most important of all, melanin holds memory, cosmic memory to be exact. This is the reason for all the lies. This is the reason for all the poisoning, all the corruption, all the deception, all the experiments, all of the propaganda, all of the upside down products that you have consumed over the years to calcify your pineal gland and to pacify you, dumbify you, dumb you down, water you down, disconnect you. All the religion to thwart your perspective on God's self. Know thyself. You're in the perpetual state of not knowing thyself. That's by design, because cosmically, with that melanin, you're naturally online. So they had to fuck up your connection.
Hey, black men. So I duetted a video the other day, and I'm going to expand on that. This creator was talking about how she believes that there is something that the government doesn't want us to know. Maybe the government, maybe like the rich 1%ers, the people in power, that hold all the power, don't want us to know about black people and something that is extremely special, extremely superhuman that you all have. I 100% agree. And I actually made a video about it after I saw Sinners, because I saw that movie and it's something that I've been thinking of for many, 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 many years. But Sinners just brought it more to my attention, how unique you are, how vibrant you are, how under stress, under duress, under the kind of stress that most people can't even manage to think about, much less live through, you guys not only live through, but you succeed, you excel, you thrive. And there's something I think that you have in your genetic makeup, not just your melanin. I mean, maybe it has something to do with melanin, but there's something else inside of you that makes you so unique, so special, so smart, so talented, so funny. Like, I can go on and on and on. And I think there's no way that racism, all the horrible things that happen and happened and still happen because of racism, is just because of the color of your skin. There's no way. So anyway, if you know what it is, tell me. I want some of it, or I want to be a part of it. I want to join forces. I'm kind of smart, so I'll add my intellect and my intelligence, and let's come together and be superhuman together.
Thank you so much for watching up until the end. If you're coming across the channel for the first time, please take a minute to like, subscribe, and share so that you can be able to get more content like this. Also, those who've been supporting the channel through subscribing, liking, share, or buying me coffee through the buy me link, buy me coffee link, I see you, and I'm really grateful for that. So now, as I had mentioned, that the black skin has been always looked down upon for a long time, and the white skin has been always seen as superior. Even when you look at the cinemas or the movies that are being showcased, then they try then to showcase, or they then try to bring out the picture of Jesus as a white man, and then have the picture of the devil, or the evil people, as a black man, which has then since attracted a lot of discussions online that Jesus was not white. Some are saying that Jesus was black, which I do not know what to think about all that. I also have my own honest opinion about that, which I will put in another video. But then that attracted a lot of discussions online. But then when you look at the white culture, then you see there is a lot of hidden things. There's a lot of things that they do not want the black community to know. So that's why some of these issues, they have to be questioned, like the color of Jesus. Was Jesus white or black? Who are the true Israelites? Who are the Hebrews, the Jews, and all that? So those are deep questions that require intensive research, and I'll put them in another video. So as I mentioned, that many black folks who are coerced or are trying to bleach out their black skin so that they can fit in, to the white culture. So which had since, which was not so good. So we condemn that, and I'm trying just to advise them so that they can appreciate the black skin. And I hope they really see the importance of having a black skin, and the benefits. One of them being that you can be in the sun for a long time without getting worried. Then you are protected from the sun